We've had a lot of talk about the day after Gaza on mainstream media, and in one recent development and recent report, we had the Wall Street Journal alongside a couple of other mainstream media reporting that we have a figure that is looking likely to lead the Gaza Strip in the day after this war. Their name that they published was Mohammed Dahlan. Mohammed Dahlan is a figure who was a member in the security forces of the Fatah movement that was led by Mahmoud Abbas, still is, but he left them a very long time ago. He participated in the 2007 clashes with Hamas, and he ended up being expelled from Gaza and ran away to the UAE and had very strong ties with the ruling elite in the UAE. In 2011, he was expelled from the Fatah movement. He was expelled from the Fatah movement following reports that he tried to get people from the Fatah movement and have a coup against the Palestinian president, Mahmoud Abbas. So you're talking about a figure that is not very much liked from the side of Hamas, neither from the side of Fatah. However, that was a very long time ago, but important for you to note and to put it into context. The years went by and the man's name started to pop up again and again. Even before this escalation, we had reports of him having discussions with the Hamas leader in Gaza, Yahya Sinwar. The thing is here, Yahya Sinwar and Mohammed Dahlan come from Khan Yunis. So they had a childhood together there, and they have a mutual language when it comes to Gaza. And previously we heard reports from Hamas that they don't mind having these relationships with Mohammed Dahlan. The report stated that as a figure, he has a lot of popularity in Gaza. He has many people close to him in the West Bank. That's something that's not very substantiated. The man still has ties, definitely, but you're not talking about a figure with a high level of popularity. He's a figure that had previous relations with the Israeli security, and he was very much hailed by Israel previously, Mohammed Dahlan. Now, they're trying to put his name up as if he is the man to rule Gaza in the day after. However, we're not hearing any confirmation from him. As a matter of fact, we're hearing the contrary. So he had a post in which he denied that he will be taking any governmental, executive or security role in Gaza, and that he's only solely focusing on delivering the aid to the people of Gaza by the dealings that he's having in the UAE. So are these reports substantiated or not? There could be a big link to Mohammed Dahlan and Gaza because he clearly has a lot of money, has a lot of connections. However, so far he's denying. What's for sure, however, is the fact that Israel still doesn't know what's going to happen in the day after. They're increasing these talks about the day after and finding someone to rule Gaza and finding someone to govern Gaza, although really and truly they're not in control on the ground and they have no vision for one day ahead. Benjamin Netanyahu, through his barbarism and genocide in Gaza, proves time after time that he has no vision one day ahead. He's killing more Israelis. He's constantly massacring Palestinians. We recently had reports from Israel that Hamas is at the same numbers they were in the day before the 7th of October, and that Israel is now just trying to prevent them from having the same levels of equipment, which is again not that substantiated in terms of weapons, because Hamas proved that they do have a lot of weapons capability in Gaza. But the significant part was the fact that Israel is now admitting that Hamas is at the same level that they were at before the 7th of October. All of these things signal that Israel has no clue about the day after in Gaza. They clearly have no plan, and we have a prime minister who is trying to prevent anything from happening. During his speech in the Congress, Benjamin Netanyahu hardly mentioned the deal. The things that he mentioned most were Iran and beating Hamas or defeating Hamas. But he tried to focus a lot on Iran so that he can get more support from the United States and sell it out as if he's fighting for the sake of the United States and not just Israel. The lack of vision for the day after Gaza and the lack of alternatives for Hamas, seeing how strong they are in Gaza and the level of popularity they have, is a massive failure for Israel, and again proves how much of a military and political failure this whole campaign has been ever since the beginning up until now.